What's going on, guys? I'm supcharls here. Today I'm talking about this Knack 2 playthrough of the demo, and it is something that I actually recently played because I forgot about it, and I usually had some other games to play in the past, so it took me a little while to actually try this demo out. The game is already out, obviously, and the demo came out in around August or the end of August, I believe, so there's been plenty of time to try it out, but yeah. It hasn't been until recently that I wanted to. So I've always considered getting into Knack with the first game, and it's even on sale right now on PlayStation Store, at least here in Europe, and it is really cheap. I actually do consider purchasing it, but at the same time I'm afraid PlayStation or Sony might offer it for the PS Plus owners someday down the road, or in a few months time from now maybe. But I really enjoyed myself when I played this demo. It is a really enjoyable game. I really thought it was pretty fun to play. It has some couch co-op as well as an option, which is awesome. I really miss seeing that on current generation consoles, so that's a big plus for me, and I would definitely just maybe consider purchasing it just for that. And it's even running on 60 FPS, so that's pretty nice, but I'm not sure if it's because I play on a PS4 Pro or if it's actually just 60 FPS even on a standard PS4. But on top of that, Mark Cerny has also been involved with the game, which is awesome. I really started to consider it just because of that, because I know Mark Cerny has had some involvements in the past with Crash Bandicoot, for example, or Ratchet & Clank, I believe it was, and maybe some other games. So I always considered getting into Knack just because of that and see how it really is, even though it has been getting pretty bad reviews with the first game, and the second game is actually receiving alright reviews and stuff, but nonetheless I always considered it just because of that. I'm not even sure if I found anything negative about the demo that I tried out. Actually, it was all pretty fun and it was all easy to learn and stuff, so overall really great fun game that I would definitely love to try out someday in co-op. So yeah, Knack 2 really fun to play with the demo at least, and it even reminded me a little bit about The Legend of Korra, the video game, in some ways with the melee combat, so that's pretty nice. But with that said, I also really quickly want to talk about some gaming news. This is gonna be a pretty short commentary as well because there isn't really much to mention right now, but in terms of gaming news I don't really have much that I thought was interesting, and not much has been happening and all, but there are still a few things to mention at least. I mean, first of all, CSGO, which is something that I don't play a whole lot on PC, but I do play it a little bit. That is gonna be getting a updated version of Dust 2, which I think is pretty interesting because I haven't really been much into CSGO until recently, so I don't really know much about the maps and how much it actually has been changing for these last few years. Apparently some maps have been changed more than others, and sometimes I don't even recognize some of those maps that I now see on videos on YouTube or something like that, because it looks different from what I'm used to seeing it as it is right now. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Dust 2 will change a lot, because right now it does seem to change the look of it, and I don't really know if I'm happy about it or not, but I will probably miss this current Dust 2 map that I'm used to in CSGO at least, so we'll see how that's gonna turn out. Life is Strange obviously is something that I've already mentioned on a video a few days ago on the title and description really quickly, but episode 2 has been getting a trailer, and I'm really excited to see what it's gonna bring next week because it will actually release, and I can't wait to see what the story is going to be about, just like any other episodic game from Telltale, or in this case Life is Strange. So I look forward to see what it's going to bring, and yeah, that is Life is Strange. Last but not least, Halloween is also coming up. It was Friday the 13th yesterday, so The Evil Within 2 actually released yesterday, but I'm not going to play that game obviously because I'm not going to play scary games. I'm not much for those horror games in general, but it still is some gaming news, I guess. And then Halloween with the events in Overwatch is returning, and since it's back again I might consider going into it again and play it a little bit just to get some loot boxes and try to get some skins from this exclusive event, and I look forward to see what I can unlock and stuff. But Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is actually also gonna be getting this Halloween special themed event, which I thought was interesting because it is apparently not gonna be a thing on Modern Warfare Remastered or Black Ops 3 for example, so it is a bit weird because Infinite Warfare isn't really the most well-received game in the series and stuff, but I at least look forward to try and see if I can get some of those Halloween timed exclusive loot. But I look forward to try and see if I can unlock some of these Halloween exclusive things from the game. But I think that is pretty much it for this week's commentary because there isn't really much else to mention. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and this commentary right now is around 11.5 minutes plus now. I will probably cut it down quite a bit, so I would assume the gameplay is still rolling. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if it still is, I hope you will enjoy the rest, and if you want to obviously as well. And hopefully I will see you guys on the next one.
impressive, Knack. Of all that have faced our warriors, you are by far the strongest.
For the final challenge.